What's going on, y'all? Welcome to a day in the life of JB Bless, a channel about nothing but about something. So, um, really no, put it this way, I'm on here, I'm just going to talk freely. Nothing on the agenda today, nothing about planting, nothing about, just seeing what's on my mind. Um, it's a lot going on around the world, period. Everywhere and anywhere. Um, we could talk about a million things. We could talk about police murdering black people left and right. It ain't stopped. It never has. Uh, it's through the test of time. It's been going on, and we can't control what other people do. We can't. Uh, I don't care if it's laws or whatever. Um, everybody has to be accountable for what they do. I tell you that. Because for every action, there's a reaction. And you don't know what that reaction is going to be, good, bad, or whatever the case may be. But I will tell you this. When it comes to black people, we need to get back like back in the day when we loved each other and we couldn't do nothing but depend on each other. We needed each other. I mean, if you talk about Black Wall Street, they created something that was amazing. And these were all black people. Banks, schools, businesses, everything. You name it, doctor's office, lawyers. And we got to start loving each other. We really do. We got to put the money, the fashion, and all the BS aside and get down back to the roots. Looking out for each other, standing up for each other, loving loving one another. That is the most important. Is to love each other. Uh, lend a hand, look out for somebody else's child. We have to definitely look out for our children. You know, um, I lost a cousin the same way. He was murdered out at Northland Mall, suffocated by the security guards out there. Um, it took me months before I could watch the video of him dying right there on that floor at the mall. I think at that time I didn't know whether to cry, be hurt, but I do remember being numb, just numb, because we had lost our grandmother not even maybe a month or two, maybe three, right before he was killed. So my grandmother was gone. My mother's boyfriend that had been around the family forever, he had passed. Two of my best friends had just passed. And then my cousin gets killed. So I was definitely numb by the time he went. And I actually was, it was the event of him getting killed was not a blessing, but the timing of it was a blessing. And I say that because you may say that's harsh, but at the time, if my grandmother had went after him, or before him, me after him, if she would have died after he was killed, I mean, if she was still alive after he got killed, I don't think she could have took it. I mean, honestly, she had watched uh, her youngest son died from an overdose. She had been through. She watched two husbands die. She had watched my father die from a brain aneurysm, multiple brain aneurysms, and she was there in the hospital with us as they took the machine off, and she watched her son die. So you could imagine you watching two of your children leave before you. You watch your ex-husband die before you. You watch your husband die before you. A lot of your siblings, your best friends, and I think that would have just crushed her to see one of her grandbabies go. Um, in a way, I do think maybe it's time to go. Maybe it's time to leave the United States and move to Africa, move to Bahamas, or all the different regions where we come from. Maybe they need us. I mean, from what the videos I watch and the things that I read, they need us. Um, I'm not saying that everything will be perfect over there, but we all be together. And you wouldn't be getting what you're getting now, you know. Then I hear people say, black on black crime. Well, I don't. It's not black on black crime because if you live in an area and you get into it with somebody or you beefing with somebody, you're gonna beef with the people that's in your area. So 9 times out of 10, it's gonna be another black person. So it's not black on black crime. It's just who you associate with. Then you say, I hear a lot of people saying, well, it's a little saying going around. How's it go? I'm not gonna let the races, basically saying that, to my white friends that I still love y'all, this, and that, or whatever. And it's almost like people are uncomfortable. A lot of black people are uncomfortable being, letting white people or other people see them angry about something happened to black people, or they feel like, oh, I don't want to show too much blackness, or I don't want to, go too hard for this man that died because I don't want to offend my white friends or my whatever friends and make them feel uncomfortable. Man, come on. If you have friends and these friends know you, there's no reason to worry about how they feel because they know. And if anything, they gonna let you know I sympathize with you. To be honest, I notice a lot of white people or people in general that are not black, they don't even make a comment. I'm not saying that they don't care. I'm not, it could be millions of reasons that they don't make a comment or stand along with you. But silence says a lot. Then not only that, if they being silent, but you apologizing and letting them know I still love you, but I'm mad about these races. You don't have to take time to do that. They already know that. If you've been cool with them and y'all hang out and this and that, there's no reason to even, you. It's crazy. It's crazy. So you got people uh, looting, tearing up. They blaming it on it's all these black people. They doing this, they doing that. I mean, I watched Channel 2 last night and everybody that they was locking up, they wasn't my color. I mean, ain't too many people my color, but it wasn't black people. So you tell me. Then they say it's outsiders coming to start stuff. you have to be careful also what you post on social media. Find facts about what you post before you post it. Because you can send people in the wrong direction mentally, or you could that could be that last inch that person was holding on to, and that comment you made just sent them off, and you didn't even know what you was posting. You post something that's not even true, that ain't even close to the truth, but just because you see it, you post it. And as far as any other race goes, I don't hate no race, none, not one. There's not one that I hate. I don't hate police. I don't hate the president. But I will tell you this: there's bad people in every race. Period. I don't care if you came up with some green people. It's gonna be some bad green people. I don't care if some aliens came down. It's gonna be some bad aliens and some good aliens. You just gonna have to deal with it. You know. Um, so I can't condemn a whole race. I definitely can't do that. But I will tell you, black people, we need to start loving each other. We really do. We need to go to the back in the days where we used to look out for each other. I mean, and you may think this is tied to what I do or a lot of things you may see on the channel already about gardening. But we come from tilling the land. We come from eating off the land. We come from natural berries and roots and all these things. I mean, now a lot of us, even me, are far from it. I'm getting back to it, but when I say far from it, I mean we eat so much fast food, we consume so much junk, so much sugary stuff. Um, but my grandfather was a farmer. He behind his garage, behind the garage, he had a garden. Maybe 5 blocks over, he shared a field uh, with another man that he went over there and did his gardening. He grew peanuts, roasted them, put them in brown paper bags, sold them at the plant. He was from down south, of Geechee. We are we are natural earth people. That's what we do. We hard working earth people. When I say earth, I don't mean this earth, I mean the dirt. The dirt. We work. That's how we built this country, the United States, working in them cotton fields. But when I say get back to basics, get back to understanding that black is beautiful. Get back to understanding that every shade that we come in, every shade we come in is beautiful. We are so talented, so smart, so strong. We can do anything, but we just got to do it together. Period. There's no way we're going to get to where we want to killing each other. There's no way we're going to get to where we want to be worrying about silly stuff. Worrying about, it's okay to dress nice. It's okay to have nice things. It's okay to have a nice car. But if you live in your life for just those things, it's sad because it's so much more. So much more energy that energy that you could be using to do something else. You it could be so many things on a journey you're supposed to be going on, and so many people that you was set to help, But you decide to go the other route because you want to sell dope, do all this unnecessary stuff to make a living, or because you want to have a nice car, thick gold on your neck, whatever whoop de whoop you want to do, and you ain't doing nothing but killing people in your community, and that's real. We idolize the wrong things. We idolize dope dealers, uh, liquor, and I'm not saying all of us, but it's part of our race that we have to understand that we got to cut loose. To be honest, everything that's owned around the neighborhoods should be people of the neighborhood. The liquor stores, the restaurants. I can understand if you got a, you know, they ain't been treating us the best, but if you got a Chinese restaurant here or a Mexican restaurant here, but not to have a black owned store. How many black owned liquor stores can you name? Then these people that own the liquor stores, do they live in the community? No. Do they give back to the community? 9 times out of 10, no. They talk to you any kind of way. They talk to your women any kind of way. And we tolerate it. We'll go to them before we go to one of us. We'll complain about it. I'm guilty of this. We'll complain about service at a black restaurant. Won't go there no more. But that McDonald's down the street, they get your order wrong every time. Is owned by another race, but you'll keep going there. I don't know. I'm gonna keep praying. I'm going to keep praying for black people as a whole. I'm gonna keep praying for black youth. You know, I would love to do business, get a business group together and do business with black women and black men and create something. I would love to create a whole neighborhood, self-sustaining neighborhood. I'm talking about grocery store, banks, fitness centers, youth centers, parks, police department, everything. I would love to see that. For those of you who know where Sherwood Forest is, a community like that, recreated, even better, with your own stores, grocery stores, all that. And I'm talking about top notch. Grocery stores when you go in, it don't smell like they done pull some raw meat from out the back. Like they done just cut up 12 pit bulls in the back and they serve them as ground round. We know, you all know what I'm talking about. These certain supermarkets, you go in the hood and you walk in. As soon as you come in, you smell that stench. Like that, they haven't wiped the floors down. They didn't clean the meat up, the meat grinder up in 32 years. Meat ain't right when you get it. It don't taste right. Uh, the fruit is overpriced. I went to one market. They had green tomatoes was 350 for one green tomato. But they in the hood. So for those older folks that may not be able to get out, or those that don't have a car that's living local, they don't have no choice because they see that green tomato, they got a taste for it. Let me go, oh wow, y'all so expensive. But they buy it because they know they have no way to get to it unless they gonna get on the bus or call Uber or Lyft and spend another $15, $20 getting to where they going. So they like, I might as well spend my money here and let it be what it's gonna be. We still hang. And this is another thing. We getting too old. Why is you still hanging out in front of the liquor store? Dog, if you don't take your butt home, go find something to do. Kids running the street, you just see them walking around. You wondering where their parents at. We gotta do better. We just gotta do better, for real. Love on our children, spend time with them. To those parents that say, I don't have a lot of money, I can't do this, I can't do that, or want this. But you go by that bag, you smoking good, you drinking good, you eating good, and your kids wearing uh, Spider-Man strap on shoes. Come on now. It don't take much. I'm gonna tell any parent that says I ain't got enough money to do nothing with my kids. I'm gonna tell you this. If you got a sheet, a blanket, a comforter, if you got water that you can freeze the night before, if you got bread, lunch meat, even a big bag of 99-cent chips, you can take your kid to the park. Make you some sandwiches. You don't have to have no pop, even though some pops is only 99 cent or $1.09 now, $1.10, whatever it is. You can go down to the park, have a picnic, sit there, get to know your kids. Let your kids get to know you. Interact with them. Talk about life. Let them know your mistakes that, age appropriate. Let them know your mistakes. Let them know what they should and should not do. Get their opinion on things. I don't care how old they is. If they're old enough to talk or not even old enough to walk, spend some time with them. Fathers. My black fathers. If you ain't got a dime to send her for the kids, or you ain't got a dime to give her on no clothes, spend time. Because a child is not going to remember how much money you spent on them. That child only going to remember that time you spent them, the memories that they have. Memories are golden. Memories are everything. Everything. My mother put my father out when I was 16. I cried like a baby. And she didn't tell me later on that she put him out. I just thought psh. So only time I would see my father is when I asked him for some money. But I tell you this, I remember every time my father woke me up at 5 o'clock in the morning on Saturday, told me, be in the car in 15 minutes. Let's go. Because I knew we was going. We was going fishing. Potted meat and crackers. And either a Coke or a Pepsi. 9 times 10 it was a Pepsi. He'd have his big mouth Mickeys. And his Winstons. I still don't know no black man smoke Winstons, but my daddy smoked Winstons. And we'd be out there. He taught me how to put the worm on the hook. And they'd be out there, all the black guys talking and this and that. It don't take much. I don't care if you can't afford to fish. Take your son for a walk. Take your daughter for a walk. You building memories. If you can't afford to go down to Belle Isle or to the park around the corner, or it's too much going on around the park in the corner, around the corner, take them outside. Spend some quality time with them. They got footballs, little itty bitty footballs at the dollar store for $1. They got crayons and coloring books for $1 a piece. Sit there and color with your child. This molds the person that they gonna be. This is teaching them, this giving them a foundation to grow off of. You gotta give, if you sow a seed in the ground, that's the only way you're gonna get a harvest. But if you put that seed in the ground, you gotta water it. You gotta give it fertilizer. You gotta check it to make sure when it sprout up that ain't no bugs on it. The bugs ain't eating it. This and that. This is what you do when you have a seed. You water it. Water is the love that you're giving it daily. The fertilizer. The fertilizer is the game that you give them. You giving them information, jewels and nuggets, so they'll have something to fall back on when they don't know what to do in a situation. You teach these boys how to be respectful to their black women. You teach them that the B word is not something to be thrown around. I don't care how many times they hear it in a rap. I don't care if your favorite rapper did it with you, but you let them know that's not what a black woman is called. I hear grown men referring to their daughters as bees. Grown black men referring to the woman they say they love as bees. That's not what we do. That's not respect. It's not cool. It's no different than your child coming up to you calling you bro. I'm not your bro. I'm your daddy. And I tell my kids that in a minute. My sons call me they'll call me pops, dad. You know, my grandkids, they call me papa. We got to get back to respect. You're supposed to cherish a black woman. You shouldn't have to have a daughter to understand how you treat a woman. If you see a black woman, you open the door for her. And we know, fellas, sometimes they don't say thank you. You might have to be like, you welcome. But you open the door for them. You see an elderly black woman, you open the door. Elderly woman, period. Open the door. But definitely a black older woman, open the door for her. You know, even the ones that got attitudes, open the door for her, bro. That's what you're supposed to do. You know, I was walking with my daughter one time. We was downtown World Up. I think we was going to the show and going out to eat. So we have our daddy-daughter dates and we go out. She's 20 now. I've been a single father since she was 15. And we have our daddy-daughter dates and I teach her things. Sometimes she be like, Daddy, you doing too much. We get out the car, I say, baby girl, we walking down the street. I say, what side of the street you supposed to walk on? She said, what you mean? I say, if you walking down the street with a guy, what side of the street you supposed to be on? She said, I don't know. I said, you supposed to be on the inside. He's supposed to be on the outside. So if any cars come or anything coming your way, he can protect you. I said, when you go to a door, your hand should never go out when you with a man. That man's supposed to always have that door open for you. And if you want to get old school, he's supposed to open the car door for you when you get in. At least when you first start dating, you better open the door. You know, I know, fellas, we can start that and slack off. You know, let that man's supposed to open the door for you. And we can take it further when it's time to get out the car. You shouldn't move. Let him come on around there and open the door for you. Because if you love that woman, that's nothing. That's easy. That's butter. You know? Because the other things you're going to have to do going to be way harder. Because she going to have to deal with your mess and you going to have to deal with hers. She going to stress you out sometimes. You going to stress her out most definitely. I would never let anybody believe that all black men are bad, all black fathers are bad, because that's a damn lie. I see so many black men that love on their kids that will, you know, my grandmother said, I'll kill a brick over you. So I could never feel that way. Black men are beautiful in every way. Every way. And so are black women. So, you know, I was going to write down a list of everything that I wanted to talk about. And I was like, no, I'm just going to get on here and freestyle. You know, they watch it, they watch it, they don't, they don't. I ain't gonna lie. This camera view got me looking extra black. I don't know. But I like it anyway. Darker the berry, sweeter the juice, you know what I'm saying? But uh, love on your kids, love your people. We won't always get along, no. Some want more than what you can give, yes. Sometimes we'll fall short, yes. And it ain't all gonna be pretty. But life ain't pretty. It ain't. I don't care what religion you are. I can name every last one of them. It's still gonna be hard. I don't care what God you serve. Life still ain't gonna be all peaches and cream. For real. That's just how it is. You just gotta keep pushing. When times get to the point where it's just too much for you and you don't know how much more pressure you can take, that's when you don't need to do nothing at all. You pray to whatever God you pray to, whatever spirits, whatever if you gonna go light some sage and omni regio, omni regio. I don't care if you gonna go smoke you some weed in the backyard or sit in the car and listen to some good music and get it out your system. I don't care if you're gonna listen to some gospel and sit there and cry until you get it out your system. But a lot of times when things are going on, it's time to be still. Don't add no more friends. Limit your time on social media. Limit your time around people. When it gets that tough where you can't breathe and it's hurting your chest and all you want to do is cry or scream, it's time. Sometimes we can have, as my daughter once said, too much human interaction. That's when it's time for you to sit with you. I can't speak for what your religion is. I can't speak for what you believe in. But I'll tell you this. When I'm feeling a certain way, all I need to be around is me and God. I'll go back here, sit on this back patio or in my car, and I'll pray, I'll talk out loud, whatever it is I got to do. I ain't gonna lie. I even went and bought me a pack of Newports, and I don't even smoke. And I call it my stress pack. And when all else fails and I just need to, they stay in my armrest. I don't even care how stale they get. They stay in the armrest. But when I say be still means don't add nothing. Subtract as much as you can. When I say subtract as much as you can, I mean anything that's going to stress you, push you more, anything that's going to bring bad aura, eliminate it. Go down by the water. That's my favorite spot to go down by the water. I go down by the water. I see that when I'm pulling up, I can smell it. I can smell it. I can smell that water. And I can feel that breeze is a different kind of breeze and it's a different kind of smell. And when it hit me, I start to relax. I start to decompress, as they say. And after about a good 15 minutes, I ain't gonna say my problems go away, but I'm calmer. My blood pressure goes down. My thought pattern picks up. It's smoother. I get back on rhythm, and I can start putting myself back together. It's all about mental health. Mental health, you got to keep yourself together. We've been taught that keeping yourself together was keeping your hair cut, keeping your waves, keeping your beard tight, brushing your teeth 2 times a day, flossing, getting your eyes checked, going to the doctors once a year to get an annual checkup, eating healthy foods and this and that. But ain't none of that gonna be no good if your mental ain't no good. Nothing. I don't care what you do. You can be the healthiest person in the world, but if your mental ain't good, you'll be healthy and jump off a building. You will be a muscle bound dead man if your mental ain't good. When After I went through my divorce and my wife left the house and it was just me and the kids, I went through a depression. I would work all day long. I would go to work to my regular job, 6 in the morning, get off sometimes 6 at night, jump in the car, go pick up my two employees, drive out dang near 45 minutes to go clean buildings for my commercial cleaning company, Monday through Friday. I did it for 3 years. And on Fridays when I would get off work, go clean the building, drop them off, pay them, come home, jump in the car. I'm gonna come home, freshen up, eat, check on baby girl. I would get back in the car and go drive Lyft and Uber. Didn't need the money. I was just keeping my mind busy. Keeping my mind busy. But at the time, I didn't even know that's what I was doing. I was driving myself ragged. But I was doing what I had to do for my mental. Years after the divorce, I sat down because I wanted to get married again. I know a lot of people get married, they be like, I'm good, I'm not going there no more. Then you get back in the dating scene. I already done posted one of the videos before about some of one of the dates I've been on. It's a couple of more of those to come because I got some stories. I was out here dating for 6 years until I found my one. So, like I say, years after that, I went to see a counselor. My job paid for 3 sessions, insurance pick up the rest. So I sat down with this counselor. And the reason why I did it was because I knew what I wanted, and I wanted a wife. So if I want these things, I wanted to make sure that I was good because all the people that I had been dating before, everything was, they either wasn't for me or they wasn't for me, if you get what I'm saying. And I wanted to make sure I was right in the head. I knew the stomach needed to go, still need to go. My cousin see me be like, man, I got some stuff to get rid of that. I got that stuff, get rid of that. But yeah, I had to make sure that my mental was right. Is it what everything starts with the mind. Everything. If you want to go work out, the first thought is, I'm about to go work out. If you want to stay healthy, first thought is, I want to stay healthy. So, you know, keep your mental tight. If you're feeling too stressed out, like I said, you got to take time for yourself and make sure you invest in yourself too. If you got dreams, things that you want to see done, and I tell anybody, 10% of whatever you make, put it away. If you got a 401k, put 10% away in the 401k. You're looking out for your future. You can always borrow off of it, and you're going to pay yourself back. You got to look out for yourself. And the younger you are, the best thing it is now to start saving. Buy you some property. I don't care if it's in the worst neighborhood. Buy you some property. Buy you some land. Own something that can either be sold or used to make you more money. Start you a business. But I'm going to tell you this, you start a business, I'm going to tell you, if you start a business, you're going to work harder for yourself than you will if you work for somebody else. But what do I want to say? The benefits outweigh working for somebody else because it's yours. You're not making nobody else rich. You're making yourself rich. If you get out here, you want to make some money providing a service. Providing a service could be cutting grass, um, restaurant, barbershop. You could have a company where you do deal with pesticides. You come out and spray people's homes for bugs. You could have a carpet cleaning company. You could have a mobile detailing company. You could have you name it. So I think I done went on long enough. I done got most of what I want to say. Um, but I will ask anybody that watched this video, man. I know a lot of times you watch videos, you go on to the next thing and don't think twice. But if you get a chance, if I put anything on your heart or inspired you in any way or you like the video, please hit like and subscribe. I need all the followers I got. I got 12 followers. And I'm happy for them 12. Most of them family, but I'm happy. So if you like the video, like, subscribe. If you got any questions, leave them below. I'll get back with you. If you want somebody to pray for you or whatever the case may be, leave it below. I got you. Um, I might do a video after this because I wanted to do another dating video because I remember the story. But thank y'all for watching A Day in the Life of JB Bless. Hope you liked the video. Like, subscribe, follow your boy. I'll holla.